The president, Comrade Emmerson Mnangagwa, says the land reform program solved one of the greatest grievances of anti-colonial struggle. It is a closed chapter and the people are now one with their land. A chief correspondent, Ruben Barre, has more.
Students of history, especially Zimbabwean history, should know that the major grievance of Africans in Zimbabwe was the land issue, which they lost following the colonial invasion of 1890. It led to the first Chimurenga Umvukela of 1896-7, which saw the Maxim gun subduing the African fighters. Heads of leaders of the Umvukela were decapitated and Africans were subdued for over 90 years. A humiliating existence was in place for almost 90 years until the second Chimurenga of 1960s and 70s, leading to independence of Zimbabwe in 1980. The likes of whom Kondowesis were cadres like the late Joe Modise, Chris Hani, former President Jacob Zuma and Sipiwe Nyanda, to mention but a few, are better placed to lecture to young South Africans about the symbiotic relationship that existed between Zipra and Kondowesis forces, be it at the Hwange or Polilo battles. Recent utterances by Julius Malema of the Economic Freedom Fighters on the recent agreement between the commercial farmers of Zimbabwe and the Zimbabwean government over the $3.5 billion United States dollars to be compensated for the development of the farms demonstrates lack of knowledge on the Zimbabwean history. Zimbabwe led the pack in taking back the land from former colonies and redistributed it to the landless blacks. Zimbabwe is not paying for the land, but for the farm improvement. And the Zimbabwean History 101 will give Malema an informed position. The President, Comrade Emmerson Mnangagwa, when burying one of Zimbabwe's gallant fighters on Friday, the 31st of July 2020, Comrade Perenshiri said, the land reform program is irreversible.
The agreement brings to closure to the national land question, while affirming our government's commitment to rule of law and respect for property rights. That agreement further upholds our constitutional position enjoining government to only compensate former white farmers for improvements and not for the land. We are a government of the rule of law, a government of fairness, a government of law and order. Above all, we are a government with a strong sense of history and of our just heritage as erstwhile victims of settler colonialism. Let me state here that our land has been permanently reunited with the people, and the people permanently reunited with their land. The land reform program is thus irreversible, and land is an inalienable God-given heritage to all the people of Zimbabwe.
What has been done in Zimbabwe is what the constitution of the country bids. The harmony and the camaraderie exhibited by both parties at the signing ceremony at State House has not been welcomed by many who have always wished the country's citizens to remain on each other's throats. Lessons on the land question in Zimbabwe will give Malema a holistic picture of the sacrifices made to unshackle this land and give it to the African people. Ruben Barwe, ZBC News, Harare.